Welcome back to the November CMG Rogue Company $10,000 showdown. I am Rome DMV, joined by Kresnik today, and we just had an amazing match. So many amazing teams we got to witness, and I gotta say, today is going to be coming down to wire, Kresnik.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it already kind of has it across a bunch of different of the games that we have so far. I'm refreshing the bracket to see if anything has changed. I just want to see how everything has been going here. Elevate moving on in that lower bracket as well. So those teams that kind of got unlucky with some of the draws early and maybe had to play some of those closer seeding games, obviously performing fairly well in that lower bracket and getting a leg up here as these teams are really... I'm happy to see these teams kind of reaching out a little bit beyond the standard from what we've seen on some of these maps in terms of bans and different stuff. They have been really willing to adapt, like we saw on map 3 of the previous set. Think about map 5, 2 sets ago. These teams are going for target bans, and it's been paying off.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You know, we saw Right Turtle come in with the first target ban of the day. It ended up paying off extremely well. You know, we saw them be forced to go to the glitch meta. They said, listen, it's not going to be glitch and Ronin. We are going to ban out what you're most comfortable with. And that's what I love to see, honestly, is teams changing things up, teams deciding to go a little bit off the road, take the road less traveled, if you will, and, ban out something interesting and play something you probably haven't practiced with. I highly doubt they've practiced that glitch meta on Palace anytime recently. So just because glitch has been banned so many times on that map. So it's really going to be incredible to see this happen between these two teams, between all these teams today, but especially the top teams. And, it's funny. I brought up earlier, I said, there's been 2 teams that have looked pretty good in King of the Hill today, and you were like, yeah, these teams have looked pretty good. I was actually talking about Right Turtle and Justice. They both have looked extremely good at King of the Hill, so I'm not exactly sure which team looks better. I will say right now, I got to give it to Right Turtle just because they haven't lost a round at King of the Hill, but that's not taking anything away from Justice for sure.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about both those teams we were looking at before. I was like, man, these team guys were both kind of popping off on King of the Hill. Shout outs to them. But, Justice, you're right. They did drop around. I feel like Right Turtle were dominant the whole time. Justice, they were inconsistent, but once they had that control, they were so brutal on all their sides of the map. I think they're just understanding of how to control spawns and how to rotate, at least on breach, was excellent. I think that style of play, though, will vary from map to map. So we could see some maps for Koth where Right Turtle have the advantage, some maps where Justice are just everywhere at once, and they feel just completely stifling and overwhelming.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think that whether you were talking about King of the Hill or Demolition, I feel like the same thing translates through. I feel like it honestly translates no matter what. We've seen Right Turtle come out, be extremely aggressive in Demolition rounds, essentially just going straight forward. And what's wild is that used to not be the case. The European squads, they used to be a lot more passive and more conservative, and that is now turned into them now the aggressors. And now more than A side in Justice and Millville and things like that, they're more the thinkers. We're gonna slowly break it down and all that stuff. So it's just interesting to see these teams change up their metas overall. But either way, it's looked like they can play whatever style they want, whether they want to go fast, whether they want to go slow. I gotta say, overall, Right Turtle, they gotta be the best looking team so far in the tournament today that I've seen.
Yeah, they felt the least contested, even though they had that crazily contested set. Compared to the last map plus those 2 King of the Hills, they have felt like they've played to a higher peak. And I do want to go back. You're talking about NA and you having different metas. I find that so funny that keeps no matter what game you're in that's developing, especially in Rogue Company where everyone just plays everyone. There is the region. I mean, I'm sure they scrim, internally because there's EU times 3 p.m. here. Okay, if you want to scrim at 9 p.m., you're probably not going to get a scrim normally, but the fact that there is so much cross-region competition and still we're seeing these unique styles breaking out, I find that really neat. Normally you can just say, oh, these regions are so, but you can't say that here, and we're still seeing that.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. And, if you look at the other side right now, Right Turtle going up against Koolin, if we just look at the match real quick, talk about the players that are in it. We haven't really talked about Koolin a lot, haven't gotten to see them. Koolin consists of Elvin Calderon, Galaxy Haitian, Kaons, and Sinmaid. I gotta say, Kaons and Sinmaid, they're known as being part of this console demon squad from back in the day. And, Elvin has decided to join forces with them. They went through a couple qualifiers together, and here they are now in the main event, and they're in the semifinals. In the winners semifinals at least, and that's guaranteed themselves a pretty nice placing already. So now it's just going to be all about, okay, we guaranteed ourselves top 6 in the entire tournament. That's already a massive feat that a lot of teams aren't able to do. And now it's going to be all about taking that next step. If this team in Koolin is able to dethrone Right Turtle, that is going to shake up so many situations, but I honestly just don't see a way that Koolin is going to be able to overcome this squad. I just feel like this squad in Right Turtle is clicking on another level today.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Koolin, if I refer back to your top 20 players going into the showdown, which I do have open, and I needed a reason to, and now I will. I mean, Right Turtle, they have pretty much their entire roster on that list, and then you look at compared to Koolin, Kaon's number 20. I think he's the only. For sure, yeah, he's the only one that they have listed there. So, I mean, in terms of standout players, I mean, Kaon's is one that obviously stood out to you in particular, but they don't have anyone that I think has made like monumental, I would say, statements in this scene. I know we have been very impressed watching that Console Demon squad play that had Sin Made on it. I remember that because I got yelled at for calling him Sin Made instead of Sin Mode instead of Sin Made. Now that made a lot more sense that way. But still, they made enough of a name where I was saying his name over and over. They had impressive moments. Do you think that this group of 4 in particular is their first chance to really get a deep run in this main event? They already have, but do you think this is like their first really solid chance?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think this is Elvin's highest placing so far in a 10K already by guaranteeing himself top 6. So, being in the money for the 10K, it's definitely a nice feat. I think this might be the highest placing for all 4 of those players. I'm gonna be honest. So I think they've already done much more than they were expecting to do today. But as a squad, as a whole, I got to give my props to them because they have been grinding through it. And you see on Wanted, Right Turtle, they were able to win the Wanted Demolition map number 1, 8-4. And then next up is going to be that Breach King of the Hill that we witnessed. And man, I got to say, Right Turtle winning 8-4 on Wanted, that shows me that they're a little bit vulnerable, that they're not this straight up powerhouse team that's going to bully everybody out the lobby today.
See, but I agree that I think they have their vulnerable moments, but when I see that it's on Wanted, I think back to the set we just watched, right? That was an 8-0 Justice win on Wanted Demolition. But then you look at the rest of the game and super tight King of the Hill, super close Demolition all the way down to the wire. Maybe they might just be an absolutely sick Wanted team. that could be it. Maybe Koolin are sick on Wanted and Right Turtle still just are that good that they were able to close it out as effectively as they were. We might see the Right Turtle we saw earlier in the day. Maybe not set 1 Right Turtle, but good set 2 Right Turtle come back in those coughs.
Yeah, you're totally right. That might be the case. And, man, I got to say, Breach King of the Hill, this is a scary, I feel like out of all the maps, this is the one that you don't want to see this squad on. And, you got to go here. You got to be able to make something happen. But if you're Elvin, Sinmade, Kaons, I'm not even sure what the game plan is. You really got to go to your comfort picks. I'm not sure if you're going to be target banning here. I don't think that you just give them the Scorch vibe bands that they want. I think that you force them to play one of them, make them do something a little bit different, get uncomfortable. That's what I would do if I was going against this Right Turtle squad.
Yeah, I think we have Banter Map 2 have been slid into our chat, so we can talk about that. It's not the Scorch Vi. It is the Vi, but it's not the Scorch. Lancer banned by Koolin on Breach, nice. So they just do not want to get flanked. I mean, it was pretty effective for Gronky when you look at the Justice game they just played. I mean, he wasn't the top fragger, crazy stellar star, but he was still performing really well, getting some really unexpected flanks that were coming in and punishing them as they head in. And you can see them now popping up on each side here. This is what they wanted to get rid of for this map, which means Scorch is going to be available, and we are going to see her. I'm positive on this map we're going to see her.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised last time she was available, didn't get locked in by one of the sides. So I'm sitting here like, wow, that's pretty shocking. But on a map like Breach, I don't see a situation where Scorch doesn't get locked in now. But man, hey, these players have proved me wrong before, so we just got to wait and see when we hop into this match exactly what they're going to be locking in. As right now, like you said, Lancer, she's off the table. She's gone. She's out of here. Simple as that. You're going to have to pick something else. Most likely going to be seeing Dallas's, Kestrel's. Who knows what else we'll be seeing, though. Maybe a little bit of Dahlia Mac action. We've been liking that. Let's go ahead and find out now as we're loading into Breach.
God, I really want to. I'm pretty sure that Right Turtle are going to run it here on this map on the first King of the Hill of this semifinal set, but I need to see it on both sides. I feel like it's just winning you games. I mean, you know, the Lancer kind of supplemented Justice when they ran that before, but I definitely want to see that repeated. I feel like it is so strong and so much more sustain added onto your team. But a Phantom being hovered by Right Turtle, kind of, I guess, trying to take a page out of the book that we saw earlier in the day. Scorch also hovered, but they might just pivot straight up out of some of these picks. The only thing that we see right now from Koolin is that Scorch, who we kind of expected to see. We might even see a Phantom Mirror here, so Koth seems to be a place for Phantom, and neither team willing to go that Mac Dahlia direction when we just saw a Mac Mirror.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. And right now, looking at these comps coming out, Dallas on both sides, Kestrel on both sides, Phantom on both sides, Scorch on both sides. You love to see it. This is going to be a lot of intense gunfights right here, simply because with that Phantom, you're not going to be regening your HP. That's going to be annoying to deal with. The Scorch, he's going to be immune to that fire. You always got to watch out for those bounce nades and Kestrel ults, and you got to watch out for those mollies. This is going to be a very, very explosive map, and I'm excited for it.
Oh, for sure. They are going to be dealing with that as they get in here, where you're going to see a lot of utility spent immediately because one team does have the advantage, I believe, just like on Factory. I think it is Bravo that makes it to that one earlier. See how they can kind of deal with it. All those explosions going in. No APSs to be used here, and fire immunity going to be the key, and not a Dahlia to link with either, so it's only going to be that Scorch that can really kind of play that anchor style here as we head into the first round. Map 2 in this semifinal. See, I want to see how they play this. I want to see the Phantoms kind of going against each other. Already a sniper bot here. Slop trying to take full advantage of this wide open sightline.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at it right now. I was kind of surprised to see him pulling out the sniper, but at the end of the day, if he's feeling himself just like that, going to be able to hit some nice shots. He sees Elvin up top, and he knows that Dallas is creeping, but hey, listen, you can creep as long as you want, as long as you're not on the hill. I'm not too worried about you. Sinmei is able to take out Slop in the middle of the doorway. That's going to free up Elvin to flank around. Galaxiation on site. He's going to be able to take one out. And now this time starting to go back over to this Koolin squad.
Yeah, they have a solid hold here so far for Koolin on this flip here. Kaon's great spot, catching out who's trading his life for it with those halos. But now already as the time is counting down on this first hill, they're going to be setting up by hill number B. Emes in a good spot to slow them down, but can't stop them, which is going to be an issue as they have to pivot away. Maybe looking for a flank, but they're watching it. They're aware that this could be a threat. Now that he's touched the hill a little late, they're going to know he's coming in. He had to wait just 1 second, but he throws himself away.
Yeah, exactly. Very unfortunate right there. As you can see, Galaxiation, they're trying to clear out Prosper on this side. And they are going to be able to take him out. Scorch does pay for it with her life, but at least Koolin are going to be able to hold down this hill for now. You can see Emes trying to look through the smoke, trying to see who he can find to just try to get any damage in. Slop, though, able to get 2 big sniper picks. And hey, if you're hitting sniper shots like that, why not keep it up? So, hey, wow. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him not put it away all day. Simply because, you know, if you start to hit a couple sniper shots, you feel like you can hit them all.
Yeah, for sure. If you're feeling warm, might as well keep going here. But right now, everyone else on the team without a sniper rifle in hand is making short work of the players that were holding in even after that bit of contesting. But again, so much time got burnt away that they're going to be heading already over to Hill C. Sinmei and Elvin both here. Slop constantly stuck in these 2-player situations. That's how you counter these snipers. They can't kill you all at once when you peek, and Right Turtle constantly on the back foot when it comes to these hill rotations.
Yeah, exactly, and it's going to be all about fighting for that back spawn. You can see Slop with this sniper trying to lock it down. Hasn't switched to the Nightshade or anything, able to hit the body. and he's able to tap Kaon's down with the help of who's that? So 19 HP. You can see how long he is. He's still 19 HP, and now he's gonna start the healing. Like, my goodness, it is so long after a gunfight. You really got to be able to adapt and understand positioning to really stay alive if you get damaged by a phantom. So 2v2 now on the site. Koolin starting to look pretty good. They've already gotten a lot more points on this right turtle squad than a lot of other teams.
For sure, they are definitely hanging this. They're keeping this very close and still counting up. I mean, they're just not contesting them. Elvin finally burns out on the objective, but is still counting up as they make their way in here. But rough timing. Kaon swings right in with Sinmade behind him to try to contest, but end up falling. All of these hills are just contested all the way, but it is constantly Koolin who are in the lead here. They are playing this respawn excellently so far. But now you can see Right Turtle have already kind of pivoted over here towards this side. They're near the next hill, sacrificing a lot of garbage time to make it happen. But this hill will be open, and no one counting it up just yet. Right Turtle do now shift on, but their positioning is interesting. If they go a far front side attack over by where Hill A was prior, they might be able to just slip right through the cracks.
Yeah, and you can see Slop right now. He's just hitting body shots. Honestly, it sounds wild, but as a Phantom, that's really all you gotta do. You just hit the body shot. Guess what? They're gonna be 20 HP for literally 9 seconds. So it's like you doing that is making it so anyone on your team should be able to win a gunfight against them. It's gonna help a ton. You don't always have to go just for the headshot down.
Yeah, you can just, it's great for just getting assists, right? Because you get them low, and then not only that, because you hit them, they have to wait 2 more seconds before they push, because no sane person is going to take a fight with 30 HP unless you absolutely have to. So I think it makes sense to keep playing it that way as Galaxy floods into the hill, flips it, and now Slop, he's watching the outside, but it doesn't really matter. They've lost the hill. They have the disadvantage. Slop might have to start rotating over, because I don't know if anyone else can even touch, if anyone's even close enough here, as he's now starting to pivot with 1 second remaining, and no one even came close. I think they might be regretting having this player kind of anchoring on the far side here. Slop not doing as much as you'd probably want from him.
Yeah, you might need to pull out an actual assault rifle. You know, the sniper is cool, but it's not really going to help you push into these hills all that well. And, you know, one thing that I do want to say is that Sinmade and Elvin, you know, they let me know. They've both placed top 4 before in a 10K. So not exactly sure what month, but, you know, them two, they've at least placed top 4 before. So right now they've already guaranteed themselves top 6. And they're looking to at least tie, if not do better than that placing. So excited to see some success for them yet again.
Yeah, definitely happy to see them with a group that they can succeed with, right? One that has made it the way that they have here as Slop gets a trade outside, and it is a 2-for-1, courtesy of Who's Dat Emes with great timing. Oh, maybe not so great when you land in fire, but still able to keep the team keep this hill contested and keep his team in the game here. But a lot of utility on him. Probably happy to just trade one more out and actually managing to stay alive, even with that EMP hitting him. He's just holding on to this objective here. They might get the full 55 from this unless they can find some way to break in, but it's going to be so hard with Slop watching this angle.
Oh yeah, big time. You see, starting to lock it up right now in the middle. He's got that sniper still to his then he gets taken out. I'm not sure if Slop is just having fun or what Slop is doing right now, but yeah, I think he's definitely vibing, to say the least.
I don't know if semifinals is the time to start having fun and doing that. I mean, you should be having fun the whole time. Roco Company's a fun game, but like there's definitely a limit when there's this much money on the line for you. Halo drones for his team to open the door. Elvin caught out quick by Slop. All right, now Slop might be feeling himself. I didn't see him snipe too much earlier, so he might have just needed to warm up because he has been lethal so far in this round here as they pressure Kaon's trying to make an opening here as Emes caught. Maybe slacking a little there on the far right side. They got to stop them from flooding in here. Does Who's have the angle? He'll pop the overheat. He'll burn down this Phantom and keep this hill under control.
Oh yeah, solid play all around coming out of the Scorch. And, you know, you got to be able to make those plays. You got to be able to understand when to pop your ultimate, when is the right time to challenge. Because right there you saw first guy, he was able to down without his ultimate. He re-peaked, he realized he was weak. So you know what, let me go ahead and pop my ultimate for this second gunfight. He was able to win that one, who was still having 50 HP left. So, you know, all around just solid plays coming out of both of these teams right now. Ooh, my goodness. As you can see, the sniper not
Oh.
able to connect from Slop. He's getting close, though. You see Elvin taking out Prosper in the new. They're already up by 80 going into this next one. So I'm sure right now, this squad in Right Turtle are going to be feeling extremely comfortable because guess what? They could win it on this hill.
They could if they keep it locked down the whole time, but they don't have it initially. They did catch Sinmade on the rotation, so well played by Slop, I think, being in that angle, recognizing that they were going to rotate out as they get what could be their opening pick here. Slop's going to have to peek with low HP, but Haitian does not end up getting hit there. He pops the overheat, expecting a push, but it doesn't come. They pivot to the right side. They're playing over here on these long angles to take advantage of their rogue selection here, but the Halos, Sinmade finds one, pops the stim to stay alive, forces them away, and what was such a good push a second ago now is suddenly collapsing. Slop trying to connect those shots, but that is a Hail Mary when the touchdown's already been landed by the other side. Koolin completely flipped this hill around, and Kaons is buying so much time.
Yeah, doing exactly what he needs to. Prosper was able to barely win that one. If Kaons would have won that one, I'm not going to lie, that would have been extremely rough. That might have been a massive turning point for this squad. But still, they are going to be picking up this scrap time, and you can already see Galaxy, he's going to be on this next hill. This whole squad in Koolin, they have complete control of this next hill. Ooh, man, this is going to be all about this first break. This is going to be absolutely massive if they're going to be able to do it.
They just couldn't get through that one at all here, and I think this duel outside is going to be so important. Kaons does end up falling, but Sinmade has killed 2 before and might be able to do it again on this flank or on the side 2 for 1. This fight is going to be everything, and everything falls apart for Right Turtle with MS and Prosper both collapsing there. They're going to be tying this one up. Right Turtle have one more chance to keep this game close, but if they lose the next fight, Koolin are going to continue this breakaway all the way to 150.
Yeah, exactly, and, you know, already able to surpass them in the lead. Not sure why he was taking the zipline, I guess to get more control of the spawns, but hey, listen, Galaxy, he's going to be chilling, and what did I say, man? You got to hit them with something they're not used to, and that might be the situation that they find themselves in, because this Scorch situation that Right Turtle are dealing with right now, it's not working out for them. They got to go to sudden death if they want to win.
They're poised to do it right now. The only one capping is Galaxy Haitian, who is incapacitated on the objective. Now they have everybody here, so they're going to have to pick who's going to anchor. I'm going to take a wild guess and say it'll be that Scorch. As Slop is setting up this position did not work out as well for him last time. He's going to have to find something here and finds nothing immediately. Still a quick headshot onto Kaons as he runs away, buying so much time for them as they only have 4 seconds left, but the trades are now going in Right Turtle's way.
Yeah, and it's currently stalemated. They're able to take out 2. And just like that, they got it. So Right Turtle winning a big round right there. That was a much needed round win. Slop said, you know what? I'm going to keep out the sniper and I'm going to win regardless. Still able to do it to him. Nice plays. 1-1 going into game number 3 in this King of the Hill. Round number 3, excuse me. This is going to be a very, very good one. Mirror match, like we stated. And I got to say right now, I think that Slop is getting the better of the other Phantom.
I think I'm definitely noticing. I think it's just the sniper effect, though. It might just be the sniper effect in comparison. I feel like I'm not seeing. They might have gone with, I think, with an AR on the other side. So just the sniper is so much flashier. Yeah. I think we're noticing that maybe a little bit more here. But this is a very tough place, I think. For the members of Right Turtle, this is not the best side to be on by comparison here. I think we've noticed some struggles from any team that starts here, at least on Hill A, so they're going to have a big deficit to start with, and every round has been, I think, fairly close, so any advantage that you can get is going to be a very big one here. Is already forced it here. Look at Elvin pushing this out. He's got to know that there's someone nearby. Must hear something. Woo! At least here's Sinmade getting that shot, crossing in front of Galaxy. Elvin might be flanking right now, and he hears it, and he's looking for him. Elvin has the 3P, catches him for just a second as the shot does not connect. Slop narrowly escaping with his life and just baiting Elvin around. Elvin can't connect, and he's baited right into the waiting assault rifle of EMS, which could get them some time. They actually, during this chaos, they flip Hill A. They get the rest of the trash time, but they don't think they're going to win this fight against Galaxy here. Just running around. Galaxy gets the pick, but that's time that they're not setting up on Hill B.
Oh. Whoa, oh, man. I'm looking at Slop. I'm like, oh, man. You got to be, I swear, I love sniping in Rogue Company. It is so amazing to watch, whether you're doing it or watching somebody else. These beautiful sniper shots coming out. Oh, my goodness, so close. Scorch was barely able to move to this. He's going for no scopes. He is definitely feeling himself right now.
Oh, yeah, he is for sure. But no matter how much you feel in yourself, you're not going to beat a overheating Scorch running right at you, unless you're Joker with a pistol, but we'll ignore that for now. He'll be in control of right turtle. They are fairly strongly held here with this rotation back out, catching some of the spawns, but losing Who's could hurt. They need to put someone else, another gun on the site. And perfect timing, actually, as they flip over, find Kaons, but that loses them the hill as they go for the respawn immediately, not letting themselves contest at all, and then not checking that angle. Sin made so much damage at range with that Sahara. Right turtle, do you go for the trash time or do you go for Hill C? It looks like they might just give it up and let them sit around 75 points here to their 26.
Yeah, Slopadopoulos right now, he's looking at Elvin saying, you want to come get these spawns? You got to go through my scope first. There he is, able to hit the nice headshot onto Elvin. 3 players are going to be dropping. So that means that Right Turtle are going to be having complete control of this hill. So it is going to be theirs to lose. Kaon's able to get a nice down onto Emes, though. Sinmade coming up top. He's going to be revealed with that Phantom Smoke. My goodness. Eating the grenade to the face is Phantom. 11 HP going to be remaining. Somehow he's able to get a nade kill onto Sinmade. Slop. He is doing it all for his squad as he is somehow staying alive. Able to take out the Dallas, and he stayed alive through that whole engagement. Wow.
He did. He lived the entire time and managed to get a Sahara. So it's, now he's got the best of both worlds. The primary he'd have if he didn't choose the sniper. He's basically runway until his next death at this point. And look at this. Already they are fighting over Hill D with the Sahara holding close, knocking them down to 4 HP, trying to go for Kaons. Bright Turtle just losing these gunfights, and they know how tough it is to break into this hill with a strong hold on it. Koolin are already setting up in the back. You can see them watching spawns on the backside, catching players early as Kaons finds Prosper. Sinmade is knocked low, but just not going to peek, going to hold on, going to make them spend resources to fight him, as the smoke likely won't even help them too much, but it does help them just enough to get that pick on Sinmade as the hill does finally flip here. 3-on-3, close to this one. Slop still with the Sahara in hand, by the way, still hasn't died from this previous life, and hoping to live as long as possible to keep the best of both worlds.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Elvin and Kaons are both going to be dropping, and that's going to be opening up the floodgates for this Koolin squad to come in and take them out. That's going to be all 4 dropping. Man, oh man, what a wipe, and at an opportune time, because now it's only 40 seconds. Koolin is going to be taking the lead in this King of the Hill. Is this going to be the first time the Right Turtle drops a King of the Hill map? I'm excited to see if Koolin can make it happen. You got to win this gunfight. Elvin's able to take him out. That's a big trade coming right there. Koolin, 2 players going to be dropping for them. Another one going to be dropping for the side of Right Turtle. Coming down to the last 20 seconds. These exchanges are so important on this hill. Right Turtle's finally able to get control of it, and they're going to be spawning these players way out, and this might be spelling doom for the side of Koolin, because they now have to go through the meat grinder in middle, and this is going to be very hard in the next 10 seconds.
And this nano smoke is so brutal because you're going to push, get yourself fully revealed, and when that happens, you get shredded. Emes, who's that so close, turning this into a killing field, and that will push Right Turtle over the edge to win this King of the Hill. It could not have been any closer in all of those rounds, but still managing to push it out in the end. What a game. Honestly, what a game by both teams. I think Koolin were such a threat the whole time, but just giving up that hold on D both of those rounds, it was too much for them to overcome.
Yeah, Koolin really, really impressed me this entire King of the Hill. I got to give props to them for sure, because they definitely shocked me. I was expecting this to be a 2-0, but not only was it a 2-1, it was a close 2-1. I think it came down to sudden death every single round, and that is the type of King of the Hill matches that you love to see. Even matches where both teams are absolutely doing incredible things, and you just got to tip your hat to this Right Turtle squad for yet again being able to make a comeback in this King of the Hill and really prove that they are still that amazing King of the Hill team that they have shown for so many months on end.
Yeah, they are definitely proving their efficiency on respawn with their, I think, very smart rotations in some of these situations. But Koolin are absolutely proving themselves to be a threat, performing as well as they did against this Right Turtle team, who are so strong on King of the Hill and on this map in general. I think Koolin definitely put their foot down on this one, even if it didn't end up going their way later on. Slow-mo,
the slow-mo misses get me every time.
Might be. It really does. It gets me every single time, too. It's because I know exactly during that time we just went, whoa, as soon as he missed that shot. Yep. I wish we could just commentate that way, to be honest, but we got to keep it entertaining for everyone watching, too, as opposed to just us still. Right Turtle brought to the brink. They were able to do it pretty close on the demo before as well, an 8-4 to Right Turtle. So going into map number 3, it could be just as close.
Oh, you're definitely right. I believe the map number 3 is going to be Windward, if I'm looking at it correctly. So, so looking at this one, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I got to say, both of these teams, they're very comfortable on this map specifically. They've all seen this map a million times before. This one's been around forever. Demolition, it's so many ways to play it, whether you're going to be pushing A to mid or straight up A to the backside or B to the backside or B and then back up. There's so many different things you can do with so many rogues on this map. So let's see if there's going to be a little double res action, a little chalk action on offense. Who knows? But we've seen a lot of success being found in that chalk play.
I think we're definitely going to see chalk continue. It's just such a classic here. As we're seeing the bans, I thought they were just pick and glitch there for a second, but nope, that will just be the first ban. We're going to probably assume it's Ronin on the other side. We'll likely be able to see it as well, courtesy of us watching the rogue selection here. But definitely want to see that chalk, want to see some of these reses. I think it is all super effective on this map, as we were seeing earlier, and maybe just a chalk on either side even. I think that defensive chalk from Bullville was actually pretty solid in the last match that we saw, and I would not mind seeing that again, played in that exact position.
Yeah, that's tricky because
it's not optimal, obviously, but I think it was a good call out for how they thought they were going to play.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I think it was a good counter because, hey, listen, the only thing that can really stop a chalk in his ult is another chalk in his ult. So, hey, why not fight fire with fire? I like the idea. We just got to see how they're going to do it now, because they aren't going to be going with a runway on the side of Koolin. And anytime you don't have a runway going up against a runway, you're going to be facing a whole lot of utility.
Yeah, going to be so much in their way if they do with this. If they have to deal with this runway, which they will, obviously, it's already been locked in. And Slop's runway is something special. Pretty sure he just wants to snipe again. To be honest, we'll see how that pays off. It is a great map for it as well. Windward, one of the more open sightlines, long sightline maps to really take advantage of that as we head into what could be the last map if Koolin cannot win this one out. But this is a strong map, if I am not wrong, for Right Turtle. It's their best demo map and their overall most winning map.
Wow.
That is a big mountain to climb if you are Koolin here, but you kept him close on respawn. If you can do that to Right Turtle, you can take him on any map.
Oh, 110%. I would say beating Right Turtle in respawn is probably harder than beating them in demolition. The stats might not show that, but I mean, honestly, I think I'd rather play them in demolition than in respawn. At least I have a chance because, hey, listen, King of the Hill, these guys, they do not miss, man. Straight up. There's a reason that they have been placing the way that they've been placing. Their gun skill is absolutely incredible. And gun skill definitely carries over into demolition. Wait, there's already a player flanking. I just realized there's a player to their right. Yep, and he's going to be right. What? Just two-tapped him. E-Mess sent him back to the lobby. Chalk is going to be getting up. My goodness. And now they are primed and in position to keep going because they got a Dallas snap. They see the player on the flank. They know they can move forward now. And they're going to be feeling very, very good about this round 1 win for Right Turtle. It looks like it's going to be that case. There they go, able to down that third player. Now just looking for that fourth and final one, who is going to be in the middle. It's going to be Elvin. He's going to get taken out.
Yeah, very, I think, smart round by them, the way that they kind of pivoted, said, all right, someone's behind us, stop. Let's take him down. Let's turn and burn and then deal with the people in front afterwards. I think that was smart. I did laugh to myself a little bit when I saw him snap and just reveal the player he was staring at, but I get it. It was for his team. It was to make him back up. It was, to buy space that way. But did look a little silly on the replay there as they head out for the second round here. Nothing really gained from Koolin on that one, kind of punished on all their pushes. They did get some downs. They do have some cash in pocket on the back of Kaon's flank, but definitely not as much as they would have liked. We'll see where Right Turtle decide to go. Potentially, it was, kind of a pivot play as they started B and then just kind of waited to punish them. This time, might be looking at a full commit over towards B site.
Yeah, it looks like that is going to be the case. They're going to be coming out. Runway going to be putting that utility up top yellow. Now, the question is, are you going to plant for your spawn or their spawn? It looks like he's going to plant in the open. This is probably my least favorite plant in the game because it's not really planted for anything specifically. Woo! What a beautiful shot coming out of Slopodopolis. But listen, if you're able to hold that up top market area, you're going to be sitting pretty the rest of the round. Already able to down 2. This shouldn't be a problem for Right Turtle.
No, definitely not, especially with Slop watching this angle. I love these creative little areas he's standing on, trying to get the deepest angle possible to pressure them. And it's so smart, I think, to put on pressure like that in a 2 versus 4 when you already have a little bit you can kind of lean on here. Just Galaxy and 11 up there getting pushed by 2 players. Their health is so low. They could just get meleeed and lose this one at this point. But they're going to play it smart. They're going to gun him down aggressively. And another fairly clean round for Right Turtle.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And looking like the steamroll is starting. That is another thing about Demolition is the economy. You look at the economy right now. The lowest player on the side of Right Turtle has 16,000. The highest player on the side of Koolin has 14. So when you add that up, especially when you got 2 players that already have over 20,000 in EMS and Slop, most likely you're going to be losing rounds just because you don't have the utility, you don't have the perks, you don't have the weaponry to go up against them. As you can already see, there's pistols still for the defenders, and that is just so tragic to still be on a pistol on the 3rd round.
It's one of the things I hadn't really thought about with Runway after watching her be played too much. It's the fact that with all the assists that she gets for everybody that just picks up her suitcase, she's getting all of this cash. Slop is loaded right now and actually getting punished on this rotation, but Haitian gets 2 downs onto who's dad. They're going to have to go for a hard res here, I think, but they do eventually end up trading it out and catch the player on the side. It's Kaon's going for a flank again, but too many players are here, just not peeking with Galaxy. As Slop gets a okay. Gets a pretty good shot, forces him out, and it goes to try to get this bomb set up for them. Now going for the plant. There is a player who can shoot him, but they're not gonna. They have a crossfire on it. EMS is in a good spot to stop it, and Galaxy is having a hell of a round, but it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. And, it doesn't matter at all, man. 2v2 situation. They do have the bomb planted. Now they're able to get the revive. So 2v3, Prosper. How are they going to play this one out? I got to say, I like their positioning. They're stacked well. I like this. I would put away the sniper and pull out my assault rifle, but, that's just me. I'm not going to
You're not Slop, so...
Exactly. I am not Slopodopolis. As you can see, he is getting ready to defend this one. Not able to hit that shot. Prosper is able to get one, though. Right now, it's all about putting these bullets in. Oh, my goodness. He's got a challenge, and he's going to be able to take one out. He's going to get the revive. No. Okay. I was about to say, there's no way you're going to go for the revive right now, but he heard that player hop back up. And Right Turtle going up 3-0 in potentially the final map of the day.
I think it's smart to go for the res there because, you'll hear him come for you. You're not going to not hear him pushing you. So commit to that at least slightly. And if you hear it, then you can drop it. Otherwise, you'll hear the defuse. You can push that if you need to. Just go for that. Might as well. If he plays patiently, you get a 2v1. That's effectively a free win if you play it smart enough. So I think really heads up play by Prosper there. He made the right call 100%. As they're heading into
exactly.
Try to get
especially
the
if you got lifeline
half here. Yes. Yeah, if you can just get that in the blink of an eye, then you can really play off that well here as they all get their doubled up utility. Going to go B site one more time.
You said something last round. You said that she's getting so many eliminations because other people are picking up her briefcase. Are you trying to assist? So are you telling me that if you pick up a runway briefcase and you get a kill with it?
I'm guessing because every runaway we've ever seen has like 20 assists. I don't think it's just a classic runway thing where you're just hitting. Okay, you're hitting shots like that, but you're not getting assists because every runway is just hitting shots like that. I think it's assists from the briefcase. We'll look at the scoreboard after this because they just wiped the floor with them that round, a 4-0. We didn't even have time to talk tech there. It was just already over. If we look at the scoreboard, I guarantee you Slop's going to have a ton of assists. A absolute ton of assists.
If that's the case, oh my goodness, Bro, that's the only answer. That's literally the only explanation. That's insane. I didn't realize how much
good.
money.
He's not 12 assists good.
I didn't realize how much money you actually get as runway just by other people getting kills with your briefcase. That is incredible.
Look at his money. Look at the money.
Nah,
gap.
that is okay. Wow, that is insane. I thought that Drew was just popping off top frag, and I've been giving him too much credit, man. It's been other people getting these elims and assists. My goodness. Wow.
I mean, listen, Drew is playing well, man, but I think Runway is just like playing like Kestrel. He's just got the Kestrel gene. If you're winning, you're getting money, and you don't even need to get the elims. You don't even need to shoot a bullet. Drop your briefcase. You'll be keeping up.
Exactly. My goodness. No excuses to not have a gun if you are runway in any round 2. I'm sorry. You should always be able to get your gun just because somebody on your team's got to be able to do. Look at the bullets going right over her shoulder and she stuck it. What? Slopadopoulos. And he's going to be getting the frag down with the Simtex. Oh my goodness. Right Turtle. They have tunnel vision right now. To go for that res while you're watching bullets fly over your shoulder, I don't know, man. That's a different level of focus.
That's a top player diff. That is the kind of thing that only someone who knows this game inside and out will get away with. And Slop is the only one who can get away with stuff like that. What a play. What movement. What choice of that fight. Who does that with a sniper only? Slop here is he probably got 4 more assists that round, even after getting those kills and all those arrests he was able to get too. Look at this, and it's like a World War II medic storming the beaches. He's just under fire, going to save anyone he can. Oh yeah, 100%. He's switching over to that sniper. Ding, love that part. Man, just a beautiful showing from Slopadopoulos all day with this sniper in his hand. Whether it's been runway or whether it's been phantom, he's been putting on a show. So big props to him. Who knows, man? We might be seeing it put away tomorrow. But if he's still feeling like this, Championship Sunday, who knows, man? Who knows? Yeah, well, I mean, he is in definitely a form right now. That terrified me for Sinmaid's sake, at the very least here. As they go to move Slop a little bit confident, didn't realize players were close by, and this might slow down their aggressive push, but Who's continues to push it out, stuck in the corner, caught out by Sinmaid, as they are losing a lot of players trying to get away with this. It's just EMS alive here in a 1 versus 3, completely surrounded, has a reveal, has a stim, not unwinnable, but has to find this kill now. And not getting it, I think, is really going to hurt him in the end. Had to catch Kaons. No chance with that many numbers. And for the first time this round, Koolin get on the board.
Yeah, right there. That was all on Slopadopoulos. He should not have been trying to heal up his headstrong right there on that little bar area. Probably should have dropped down and gotten a little bit more safe. But hey, listen, honestly, when you're feeling this confident, when everything's landing for you like it is right now, shoot, repair your armor standing up in the middle of the street for all I care. You're going to be feeling pretty good and doing pretty good overall because they're already up 5-1, only 3 rounds away from securing themselves in that grand or winners finals, if you will, tomorrow. So they will be done for the day if they take home the win here.
Yeah, and definitely wanting to get that way here, obviously, as they get chances for assists for his team. Spotting out Sinmaid, but pivoting. They see him rolling away. They're going to know that they're rotating the other way, and who's dat? There goes the bomb. Dropped off the map, actually, so they can turn around for it, but what a trade immediately by Slop. No one wants to peek him, but the little bit when they do, they just take so much damage immediately. He's revealed. He's got to respect this. There's no way you're going to beat a team that has wall hacks on you, but Prosper will do it for him, and so will EMS with a great pivot there. So much damage coming in from them, and now they can just flood into the site.
Exactly. They already have 2 players full killed. They don't need to commit to B because they already know that they're there. The bomb's in the spawn, though. Like I was about to say, they have 90.
They don't know that.
60 seconds. They got to go back and get the bomb, or they got to finish this player. So it looks like they are going to be on the hunt. Galaxy, he's going to get taken out. That is a 6-1 advantage. He's throwing up the Kawaii emote, man. Shout out to Slopadopoulos. He's feeling very good right now.
Yeah, man, he really helped open the door for them, I think, with that initial poke and that pick. And then EMS, though, was really the hero of that round. I think the way he swung in, I think he picked up 3, not downing 1, and then the nade finishing off the person down while killing somebody else. I mean, just a excellently timed late swing in that round by Slop, paying off for them. And now we'll look at what changes here as the sides change. We're looking at a potential Lancer on We could see that.
Nah,
We could not. I mean, I'm sure they're just messing with us, but it's
come
not good on
on. It
demo
was.
anymore. But maybe they'll do it anyway. Maybe they're feeling that Okay, they're feeling that confident.
Oh man, yeah, they're feeling confident. This is the thing; they're up 6-1. I think that this will be fine. I think that when you're up 6-1, you can pull out something like a Lancer and Demolition, and still be able to make that one play that's able to make you go up seven rounds. So listen, as long as you're able to do something useful on the Lancer, play with your team, I don't really see a problem with it, especially when you're winning like this.
Yeah, we'll see if they have. I don't think they have anything maybe, planned for it specifically, but I do want to see what they can, try to get away with as they head out here for their defensive round. I mean, this kind of tracks with what Koolin was doing on their defense, right? They sent someone in way far behind really early on that defense. Maybe that's just what they're trying to do. Maybe whose dad is just going to run in as quick as possible. He's already moving towards cannons. He may be trying to make it to the zip before they get there. Maybe silently take the zip behind them if they're not looking. That could be a huge play. Or maybe he'll just kill Galaxy immediately as soon as they try to make a move and have the bomb down on the side of the map, and there's no chance they're going to get it. And they'll get a double kill with Semtex. Maybe everything just goes right for Right Turtle, and there's only a Dallas left standing. A lot of choices, and I think we found the right one. It's only Kaons running away to their spawn, giving up because he knows after a round like that, how do you recover?
Yeah, that is just extremely unfortunate. I feel bad. 7-1 though right now. Right Turtle, they are one round away from securing themselves. What is it, top 3? Yet again, if you win this one, you're going to be in the winners final. So yeah, you're guaranteeing yourselves at least top 3, which is massive because that means that they are guaranteeing themselves $1,000 as a team at the very minimum. They could show up tomorrow, not win another map, still walk away with $1,000 as a team. But they still got to win one more round here. I'm not saying it's over yet.
Well, we'll see how they can do it. 4-on-3. They might have had someone head out after how that started here, but Sinmade dropping the briefcase, taking that extra ammo, looking to go aggressive, and just backing up, I think, realizing this might be tough for them, trying to throw Semtex a little too late, and I think they might be getting just what they can cash-wise, and it's a 1 versus 3. I think this might be it. They're meleeing him. I think they understand that it is done. Right Turtle, dominant fashion. After a close map, they turn it around right away and secure themselves a spot in the winners' finals.
Yeah, Right Turtle looking extremely good all around today. A couple of close situations, but at the end of the day, they come out victorious when it matters the most. We were able to tune into a lot of Right Turtle matches today, and it was an absolute pleasure to watch them because, my goodness, they look absolutely in championship form, as I'm sure you guys are going to be seeing throughout these highlights right here. And it's been an absolute pleasure to see these teams go at it today. So let's go ahead and take a look at this series layout. 8-1 in this game number 3 after an 8-4 wanted and a 2-1 breach that honestly could have went either way. That breach was so close, but to lose in such a heartbreaking fashion, can't really be surprised the Right Turtle came out in the way that they did. Windward 8-1. They looked very solid.
Yeah, Right Turtle definitely looked really good on Windward. I think that kind of shows that those blue stats are pretty accurate. They are really good at Windward. I think that makes a lot of sense to see there. They got challenged on their best map and wanted again. I think it was just a wanted diff. I think that will give an edge to Justice in those winners finals that are going to be happening tomorrow. In that, due to their, if wanted is in there, that will be something they can take as an advantage here. But every other map, they were looking pretty solid. I think Koolin was excellent on Breach, as were the members of Right Turtle. But when it came to Windward, it was just so tough. And Slop, once he was activated, once he was hitting everything, I mean, how do you challenge him?
Yeah, exactly. Once a player like that gets warmed up, it's the scariest thing in the world to peek them. You see, we did get a couple of slow-mo whiffs, which were pretty funny, but honestly, we got way more headshots. So I just got to say, big props to Slopodopoulos on that breach. Even this one, just the 2-tap for 120, turning and burning that player after getting snapped. Just the accuracy. And then this one, just, my goodness, not even the headshot, but still to be able to hit the body shot on the turn. Just beautiful plays. My goodness, Slopodopoulos, you have just impressed me repeatedly, hitting the hip-fire body shot, like, into the headshot. Like, oh my goodness, he was just absolutely having a ball.
He was having a great time. And then again, willing to do stuff like this and then secure a kill for his team right afterwards with us. Like, he was everywhere today. And I think kind of a walking highlight reel, as you can tell by all of this. But also, the rest of Right Turtle cleaned up off him so well. They were playing exceptionally well off of his ability. We had Prosper with some crazy clutches. We've had Emes mowing down 3 people at once as we watched them Semtex themselves on the rope, taking a little bit of early damage. But hey, at least Sinmade ended up getting 1 before this round ended here. The Slop was just wanting to get that melee kill at the very end. Still, fantastic game from Right Turtle. And both Justice and Right Turtle honestly look in peak form for those winners finals tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I couldn't be more excited. I'm sad that we don't get to jump into the action right now. Justice versus Right Turtle. It's a storyline that we've heard about and talked about for many months in the past. And tomorrow, it's going to be the storyline yet again. It's going to be an absolutely incredible action-packed matchup, and I cannot wait, to say the least. Chris, what is your final thoughts for today? What are your final takeaways as a whole?
Oh, man, I mean, seeing all these teams again, we talk about the gap closing. We've seen so many teams kind of getting right there. Even if there is maybe one map that really does not go their way, they're still able to, I think, recover really effectively. And this losers bracket is going to be a bloodbath. But still, this is the perfect time for all these teams to kind of start climbing or start to get right there to touch these top teams, because LAN is around the corner. And I think we are seeing some of the most competitive Row company we've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I got to say, this is easily the most competitive month. Like, every single month, it just gets closer and closer with how these teams are coming up and getting more and more prepared, skill-wise, knowledge-wise, whatever it may be, even roster-wise. And now it's going to be a whole lot of war tomorrow, and that's exactly what we can't wait for. It is going to be an absolute pleasure. That I got to say that it's been awesome casting every single time. You know, and Krez, one more question that I got for you though, real quick, about the last thing that we did see or did figure out with the runway. Just really quick, what are your thoughts about the assists for the runway? That's incredible.
The assists, I mean, it's a lot. I'm sure that was in working during all of the qualifiers and all the weeks to get here at this point, right? I mean, that's probably been something that these teams have been doing in all of these qualifiers here, and will be happening in the qualifiers for the Invitational in these weeks to come as well, Ro.